I
All
don't know
right,
if
it
anyone
seems
will
like
find.
we are live.
Yeah, I had trouble because when I clicked on the link in university, it says it was cancelled.
Yeah, I know, but I've just updated that as well. All right, so we are live. I just gotta make double sure that everybody can see us that is on Facebook before we get going. And so that I can delete that ugly comment that always appears underneath. I've been struggling now for like a month to try and figure out how to get that comment away.
Oh, the
But
stars. I don't think you can get rid of them because that's a Facebook thing now.
oh man, I'm telling you, I'm trying my very best. Let me just refresh the screen here because I can see that we're live, but I don't see that. I don't see the comments at the moment. So maybe it's going to appear magically. It shows here that it is there, but I don't see it. So let me just go back home and then go back to the group. And then we can get started for today's session. There we go. Let me delete it. All right. So, welcome to everybody watching us on Facebook as well as on YouTube. You are so welcome to be here today. It is always the best to actually be in the session to get your questions answered, or to speak a little bit about strategy and all those kind of stuff. Just remember, this is a Q&A session. It is not to try and figure out your technical queries that you might have or something that's not working inside of the platform. So if you do have got question and it's a technical thing that's you've implemented everything that you can and it's not working, for that you need to contact support. But otherwise, if it's that you're not sure how to set something up, or you don't know how to do something, or how to get started building a funnel or your list or any of those things, even strategy questions, you can come to the session and I'm going to show you where you can join us. Sometimes people watch the session and they have no idea where to go to actually join us. So I'm going to share my screen with you in 1 second. So let me just go by pressing share screen. And while I'm going to share, I just want to welcome Astrid. She's like my sidekick. It feels like she's my sidekick every time that we are going live because she's always there for me. So welcome to have her here. All right, so I'm going to press to share screen. So you're going to go to university and then Build It All University Live. You're going to click on that. And then there is one magic button you need to click. And just give it time. Right here, join session live. If you click on that button, you will be able to join the session. And I see Mike says that it's not live. Just clear your cage and cookies. I've just updated it with a new link, so you would be able to get to it. So if I click on join session live, then you will get the new link right there. All right. So just go clear your cage and cookies. I will, in the meantime, make sure that that link is there. So just go quickly and see if I did make that change, because maybe I did not save. And I always say tell everybody that save is your friend, and then I don't do it myself. So let's just quickly make double sure that I actually have updated the link. Join live. Yep, it's been updated right there. So all you really need to do is make sure that you go and clean your cage and cookies. I'm just going to republish it anyways. And then you can jump into the session. And I see Mike is here. Awesome. Hello, Mike. Republish it anyways. Okay, so that's good. You are here. And I see Mike is here. And I hear myself as well. So either Mike or somebody. Mike, I'm going to mute you because I think you are listening to me at the moment. All right. So welcome to everybody. Digital Entrepreneur, the Zoom link. I told you guys, go to University Live. I'm going to drop the link in anyways right here in the chat so that people are struggling. There we go. So if you guys are struggling, I've got it in the chat, but it is not in the chat of... it's only in YouTube, so I'm going to drop it right here in Facebook as well. So you should get it right there inside of this group as well, so that you guys can join us. And welcome to Judy as well. I love it that the Australian people is in the middle of the night and they're still here. And I love it that Mike has just woken up and he's still here, you know. That is just awesome. We actually had a conversation this week with regards to these sessions. And I personally believe the reason why we don't have a lot of people in our sessions is partly because it's either too early for the people in the US. Most people just got up, some of them gone to work. And the other side is the people are on the other side of the world and it's after hours. So it makes it kind of difficult because I can't really move the sessions to be a lot later. Because if I do that, then it moves into my timing zone. So that is going to be a little bit difficult for me to be able to move it. So yes, we are here. Welcome, Alfredo, to you too. For everybody else that's watching, you guys can really join us. The more the merrier. All right. All right. So first, I want to just quickly tell you guys, let me stop sharing my screen because it looks terrible. I just want to share something with you guys that is going to change. Our session, Q&A session, is going to get moved. From the 1st of March, we will no longer have it on a Thursday because we've got Pedro that always goes live on a Thursday, and every single time we have to cancel the session so that it doesn't happen twice. So we had to move it to another day. I cannot tell you exactly the time, but I do know it's going to be on a Wednesday. All right. So it will be Wednesdays. Time hasn't been set in stone yet, so we are still waiting for that. But once that's up and running, I will let you guys know. It probably be the same time. I don't think it will be another time. I wanted to test to see if we make it later, but then the Australian people will definitely not be able to attend because then it will be way over midnight time. So let's just bear and see how we're going to go with that one. Judy says she got kicked off. You can jump in again, Judy. I'm sure that you will be able to be picked up if you jump in. We can get 10 people inside of StreamYard. It's not like Zoom though, but it takes at least 10 people to get inside of the session. All right, so just to let you guys know, there is another Q&A session happening with Pedro, and I'm going to show you guys where you can see that. So let me start sharing my screen with you again. So at the top of the Build It All official group, you're going to see I've just pinned it right here on the 29th of February. So let me just click on it so you guys can go and see where it is right here. 29 February at 3 p.m. is going to be the next Build It All Dream Awards announcement. And again, you can join that session and you can ask Pedro questions if you like, and he will give you all the answers that you need. So that is just that. I just had to update you guys about that Q&A session that's coming. I think it's a good idea to be there because sometimes there's certain questions that I cannot answer on behalf of Build It All. And that is something that he would definitely be able to answer it. All right. So just so that everybody knows about that. All right. And let's start today with a panel for questions. If you guys have got questions that are watching either now or in the replay later, just tag me, #Jackie, and then I will definitely answer your questions that you might have right there inside of Facebook or in YouTube. All right. So let's start here today. I always start with the ladies, but this week I'm going to start with the men. And it sounds weird, but I think we need to make them feel a little bit more important. It is always the girls first. So let's jump in and we'll start with the men first. So I don't know who's going to go first, Mike or Alfredo. Mike, I see Alfredo speaking to somebody. Mike, have you got questions?
I had one last Thursday, but I forgot it.
Oh, man. That's okay.
It was, I think probably, to tell you the truth, the question was in Mailing Boss and it was around sorting, but I either figured it out or something Shelley said last Thursday evening made clicked in my head and made it work. So I think that's what it was. It was about sorting.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. I'm glad that you actually got it sorted out then, for sure.
And I was working on the following through on your lessons on the tags, and that was the one a couple weeks ago had to do with. I think we might have answered that one already though. And mostly, I'm here for support. And
Oh, perfect.
I like to see Judy and Astrid's faces. No, I'm sorry,
Mike,
Alfredo.
Mike, you messaged me something about background sliders.
Oh, yes. That may have been, I will tell you that wasn't the question I had last week, but the answer to that is a workaround. And can I say the big C word here? Is that okay, Jackie?
Yes, sure.
The workaround was Canva and making presentation slides and turning them into GIFs. And it had to do with, I found the ideal size to do that in order to make, you can only do 5 megabytes, upload into your pictures, your repository.
Mm-hmm.
Chris would laugh if I said it that way, but anyway. I think I ended up, I had to double check, but it was like, it's still a portrait size, like the presentation size. The actual image size was down around 850, whatever that 6 by 9 or that 19 by 6 portrait is, whatever that ratio is. It was around in the 800s to something. So it worked fine. It's a great workaround.
I love making use of Canva. Even when I design websites, I usually create my banners inside of Canva, and then I bring it into Build It All. But before I even start building, I make sure that the mobile view looks right before I start adding text. Because if you don't position your images in the right spot, it tends to cut off on the sides. So you sometimes need to be very careful with those designs. But I love it. And the only thing that I always say to everybody, because I have seen people making use of Canva and they create their banners and their text on it.
The only thing that I always say to everybody, because I have seen people making use of Canva and they create their banners and their text on it. The only thing that I always say to everybody, because I have seen people
who is watching our session? I think it was Alfredo, but I'll just mute you, Fredo. So basically, what I do is, what I've seen is people have their text on the Canva banner, and then they import it, and it looks great on the site, but it's a heading. So it's supposed to be the heading, all right? Now, when it comes to search engine optimization, the page are getting a 0 for H1s because the SEO cannot see that heading, because the heading is part of an image. So I always say to the guys, if you're making use of something like that, make sure to somewhere on your site where you start changing it, make sure that you create that specific title as an H1 with your keyword in it. Otherwise, the SEO is not going to pick it up, and it's going to affect the SEO at the end of the day. So it is really important that we've got all of these wonderful design skills that we can use with Canva, but we have to take in consideration the SEO that forms part of it. So that is, I always say to people, limit the text on your designs and rather place the text over your design of the backgrounds that you've created. That's basically what I do most of the time. So that is definitely a good way to go. And then to obviously optimize those images so it's not too big. Yes, Mike.
Well, the thing, as the process as I was working through doing this, because we don't have a slider background for a panel, was I made a movie MP4 in Canva and then imported it into iFrame. Well, the iframes look terrible on the mobile, so I didn't like that. So I went back and tried the other.
But why do you say that we do not have a slider for
not embedded embedded in the background?
Okay, you have to put embedded it on top. In the background.
You have to have it on the top.
But why don't you make use of the rotation banner? Because that's what I do.
Yeah, but that you have to get it placed just right on the page. It's an element. It's not embedded in the panel.
No, it's not embedded, but you can still stretch it to the full width of the site.
Yeah, and then when it just doesn't. You can't manipulate it.
Okay, I understand. Of course, I'm going to show you what I have done, and then you can just explain to me what is it that's not working, because I'd love to understand this. And if you have got something here, then you have got something to train people. And I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, the thought that I have. I'm just going to log into my account here before I share it, so that I can show you what I have specifically done. Say again, Astrid?
I'll be very interested in that, because I have a lot of people that want rotating banner in the background, but I have a humongous screen. I would see the edges of them.
I think I understand what Mike is saying. It needs to be the background, because you want to place something on top of it, so that only the background moves and not the thing that is on the top of it as well.
I think once again, the problem is the mobile.
Yeah, I hear what you say. I just want to see quickly, where is that one that I have done? But I think that is what you are referring to. It's not, because that I haven't tested myself. The only thing is that I don't like when it comes to, like you say, the iframes. I hate an iframe when it comes to mobile.
Yes, it won't work. I mean, you can, but it's just not.
Yeah, I embed a lot of ELF sites.
So this is the rotating banner that I have, which is now obviously it's on a very big screen at the moment. The only difference is I put the text and the buttons on the top of each banner that is moving. So that overcomes the problem that we have when it comes to adding text on top of it. If you guys are seeing what I'm trying to say here. So it eliminates the fact that you have to put something on top of the background. I just have my image inside of the rotation banner with the necessary buttons. And as it moves, the next one is there. So I don't know if that could be a solution for somebody else, maybe. But that is something that you can consider.
I've worked with the rotation banners, and I've never been satisfied with the mobile. So.
Now my mobile looks great as well. I'm gonna if I could. I wish I can share this with you quickly. Let me just see. Where is that landscaping again? And it's F12. So that is what it looks like if it is in mobile. So it still works. Even inside of mobile, it works fine if you set it up according to.
But then each one's a different size.
Yeah, but if you put it the right size, it will be exactly the same size.
See there?
I haven't played around with this specific one, but if you have got the banner that is exactly the same size on the inside, it will still show the same.
Yeah, you got different.
You just need to make sure that the information in the banner is the same. I'm just saying that is an option. That is an option as well. But it brings me now to let's first do all the questions and answers, and then I'm going to come back to the training part of it. I'll get back to you on that one, Mike. Alfredo, I think you probably have a question. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very loud.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear. Okay, nice to see you all. I'm back, and my question. Thank you. My question is regarding the mailing boss. I did 6 months ago a couple of webinars on AI, and I have 2-3 lists. Now I'm planning to do another webinar on ChatGPT and so on. how could I get the old subscribers in those previous lists to warm them up using the workflow?
Oh, okay. All right. So you have already done a webinar in the past. You've
Is
collected
there any
emails.
possibility?
Yeah. If you have already got a list of people that has attended a webinar, you can take that exact subscribers and send them new emails. What do you want to warm them up towards? To make use of AI? Are you going to run an AI webinar maybe in the future? Or do you just want to warm them up for what purpose?
I just want to get them to the new webinar right now. Is there any
Okay, well,
possibility to use the workflow, or just or I have to send them the sequences or broadcast and something like that? I want to
No, you
automate
don't.
using the workflow.
You can make use of the workflow,
Is there
but
any
the workflow
possibility
is,
using any tags, something like that? Tag, move, remove, move them back to another list, to the new list.
you can move them all to a new list if you want to, but I personally would rather create a new webinar, all right, that you are going to have, create a new list, and then send out an email to everybody on that list asking them to go and subscribe for the new webinar. And once they subscribe on that new webinar, they're going to fall onto a new list. Then you're going to know who is the people that actually is joining, and then they are separated. So then you don't really need to make use of a tag, because then they are already on the new list and they are separated from the previous webinar. Workflow is really more for if you are going to, let's say you create an email and there is a link in the email and somebody clicks on that link, and then you want to tag them. Everybody that has clicked on the link, they are going to get this tag. When they receive this tag, then this email sequence need to be sent out. So the workflow is really more for advanced configurations and automating a variety of different emails that's going to be sent out. But when you are going to send a set of sequences to a group of people to try them to join your webinar, you can just create a normal sequence. You don't need to make use of MailingBoss workflow to enable you to do that, unless you want to create a general campaign that can be used for a variety of different things. But because this is specific to AI or a webinar that you want to run, my suggestion would be to create a normal email sequence and then ask them to go register for a webinar, which you are going to have a webinar form, and then have a separate list for that. So the moment that they register, they click on the link, they're going to go to the webinar and register. They're going to fall onto your new list anyways, if you get what I'm saying. And then you obviously in the sequence, you would have the people to get reminders to say, you know what, time is
So
running
basically
out.
what you're saying, just send them to the whole list, a couple of emails, and invite them into the webinar?
Yes, that is the most easiest, plain and simple method that you can do. But I would also suggest that in that sequence, you get them to send them additional emails to tell them the time is running out. This AI is going to change your life. So not everybody is going to react on the first email. So you have to think about follow-up emails to get those people to actually participate. And if you are
I
going to
know
have
that.
a link,
I did a ChatGPT email sequence generator and so on with AI.
okay.
I'm not concerned about the copywriting and the psychology and so on. I'm concerned regarding the workflow, how to get the old list, all subscribers into a new list, to warm them up, to bring them
Yep.
from the old list.
You can
Otherwise, I
use
could
that
send
same
the
list.
sequences, warm them up, put them to a brand new list and so on. I was wondering on the workflow.
Okay, well, you can do it on the workflow. It's just going to create more work for you, because on the workflow now, you're going to want to move them all to a new list. You can literally create a new list, copy everybody on that list and move them over to the next one. And then they are all on your new list. But that is missing the whole point, because the people that you want to on the new list is the people that is actually going to register for your webinar, so that you know these guys registered for me, these guys didn't do that. Now, I would, in my first email, what I would do is I create a new list that is attached to my new webinar. I will send an email to everybody on my old list. Say, guys, this is something amazing happening. This is a new webinar. You have attended my previous sessions. If you want to, need to click on this link to subscribe. Then that link, this is where the magic happens. That link that they click, then you can go to the workflow and create additional sequences, because they've clicked. Everybody that has clicked on the link, they are going to get this email. If they did not click on the link, they're going to get that email. That's when the real workflow then happens, or the real automation happens. It's just you need to have a campaign that you're going to send out to people with a link. All right. Once you've created that campaign or that sequence, I've actually done training on that previously. So if you want to, I can show you quickly. Let me log out of this account, and I'll create a scenario for you here quickly.
So if you want to, I can
so that you can understand what I am coming from.
I'll create a scenario for you here quickly.
Just want to open up my
Understand what I am
account.
I'll create a scenario for you here. Just want to create.
All right.
What I am.
All right, so let's just go to a workflow, to Mailing Boss.
All right, so let's just go to a workflow.
So what we are going to do right now is we are first going to create the email, all right? And in this case, we can just, you can use a campaign, but because we know that this is going to be connected to a specific list, I'm not going to create a campaign, because a campaign can be connected to any list. So I'm just going to go with an email sequence here. All right. So let's just call this Alfredo, just like that. And we're going to say a sequence. Oh, sorry, default list. I'm just going to say getting started session. We're just using that one for now. All right. So there is our email. So we're going to click on update. There is our first sequence. I'm just going to update it so that we've got some text to it. We're going to make sure all of that is right. Let's just change this to Alfredo so that we don't get mixed up. So in this email, AI webinar, this is your text with the link. So let's say that this link is going to be HTTPS. Let's just say it's like that. And we're going to click save. So this is your first email that you're going to send out. Everybody is going to receive. All right. We're not going to say send to existing subscribers yet. All right. Because we only want to let this send once we are ready inside of our list that we are going to send them to. So for now, we're just going to click on save. We're not going to activate anything here. All right. So now it is ready. We're going to come back to that in just a moment. All right. So I'm just going to close it. And let's go and maybe create another one in the same sequence. So let's go and create another one. And in this case, we call this link click. People that has actually clicked on the link. All right. So I'm not going to go into much detail. A link click. People that click. Okay, and we're going to click save. All right. Just going to save for now. And then, so we've got the first one that goes out, people that's going to click on a link. So now we need to create one for people that did not click on a link. So let's say did not click. Getting started. Save. Okay. And I'm just giving you as an example here. So that we just can go through it. All right. So we're not going to do existing customers. We're just going to click save. And we got our 3 now. So people are going to get this one first. If they click, they're going to get this one. If they didn't click, they're going to get this one. And this now where the automation is going to happen. So we're going to close that one. I'm going to go to the workflow. All right. We're going to create workflow. All right. We're going to go to, but first, before I go, remember the list that you have created is the new list that's connected to your webinar. All right. So that getting started list here is your new webinar. You need to remember that one. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So write your workflow name. Let's say AI webinar. And the trigger is unsubscribe. The moment the person joins the getting started session link, the AI workshop kind of thing, all right? Oops. List. Just a second, hold on. Unsubscribe. Let's unsubscribe. Getting started, any form, save. All right, so here we go. This is unsubscribe. What happens? They're going to subscribe on the form. We're going to send them the first email, all right? The first message. So let's go find it. Just want to look for it. Receive email. And the first one is Alfredo draft, all right? So we're going to send that one. Right. So now you can see once they subscribe, they're going to get the first email from Alfredo. All right. Now the fun begins. We're going to ask the system to wait. So let's say in this case, you're going to wait, give them at least 5, I'm just going to say 5 days because people don't normally click on links immediately. Give them some time to actually click. So after 5 days, what needs to happen? So after 5 days, if a person did not click on this link inside of that email, link click, the campaign where the link is in Alfredo, and the URL is alfredo.com. See, the system picks it up. Then you're going to click save. All right. Let me see if I can make this smaller. I can't. So let's just bring it up. So what's happening? They join, they subscribe. They're going to get the first email where there is a link inside. The system's going to wait 5 days. If the person did click, if the link was clicked, where do you want, what needs to happen? So yes, they did click. Then we're going to send them another email. So they're going to receive the email that says link click. If they did not click on that link, they're going to get another email, which is did not click. And that is literally what it is. So this is how you can go a little bit further than this if you want to, but this is the basics. This should help you to figure out how it works. The important part here really is to make sure that this part is happening. If you're wondering what the no is, I normally just click on that and I end it. I just end the workflow there because I don't care about the people that are not acting upon it. All right. So in this case, what happens is from the start, you're going to send a normal email to everybody to join the Getting Started or your AI webinar. Once they fall onto that list, it's going to activate your first email. Once they get that email, the system waits 5 days. If they clicked on the link, then they're going to receive one email. If they did not click on the link, they're going to receive another email. You can put in a waiting period here, and I'm just going to delete that one, and also add a 5 days like this. wait 5 days, and resend this email that you sent previously. It totally depends on you. Does that make sense to you, Alfredo? Does that answer your question? Okay. Perfect.
Question.
Yes, it did answer my question. So basically, what I can do, just move them, the whole subscriber from the previous list to a brand new list, and in that whatever, and whoever click the link, I start the automation.
Yes, and to move them, I'm going to show you how to. I'm just going to close that one. So to move them, let's go to a list. I don't know if there's any list on this account. Let me just check. I doubt there is any list, but I'm going to pretend that there's a list. I don't know if there's any list on this account. And we'll make up one so that you can see what I mean about the listing. And we'll make up one so that you can see what I mean about. I don't know what this list is. So anyway, so let's say this list has got lots and lots of subscribers. You can literally just duplicate it, confirm, duplicate.
Anyway, so let's say this list has got lots and lots of subscribers.
I'm just going to refresh my screen again.
Duplicate.
So there is our duplicated one. You can see number 1. So there you've got the new list. But okay, didn't take the subscribers. Okay, ignore this one because it doesn't look like it's taking the subscribers with it. Let me just go double sure. Maybe it does show it. No, it doesn't. Okay, the other method, it's funny because this used to be able to do that. But okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to the subscribers here. So we're going to move that subscriber to getting started. You're going to click on all emails to select everybody.
When you duplicate the list, it doesn't take the subscribers.
No, in the
just
past,
the phones, email, whatever, but no subscribers.
Yeah. So what you do right here is you can highlight everyone. Just make sure that you to the maximum right there. All right. Then actions. Then right here, move. And it's going to say from which list. And then you can also add a tag, maybe webinar or wherever it's coming from so that you know where it came from. Because obviously some people is going to, you are not just going to promote it to your existing list. You're probably going to promote it to other people too. So you can separate it there with a tag. And you're going to click apply and confirm. And it tells you it takes a few hours depending on how many people. And then you're going to see that your original list is going to show that you've moved this person from this list to the other list. So if you refresh, it should be on this list right now as well. There you can see it's sitting in that area. Okay. You got that one. Perfect.
Okay, I do appreciate that. I have another question, a quick one.
Okay.
When you do a template in the email, on the bottom of the email, you have a tag saying that it's mandatory to have your business.
Yep.
I have another business. How would I go with to insert the new business on the bottom of the email? I have to write them manually, or there is another tag?
No, you need to choose your company that is connected to that specific list. Because remember, every time that you have a list, when you create the initial list, you choose the company that's connected to that list. And it should by default have that company's details there. So let me share my screen again. So if we go to getting started session here, I'm just going to click on update. You're going to see there is the company that you need to choose. There's a drop down and you choose which company needs to be applied to that specific list. So that company's details is going to be at the bottom of that email. Needs to be applied to that specific list.
Okay.
So that company's details is going to be at the bottom. Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
Cool.
And if you only have one company,
and another question, just do you have any? Are you going to keep any training on webhooks?
Yes, definitely. I'm going to get to that for sure.
Jackie, I think Alfredo has got Facebook going, and he's in here, so he's listening to Facebook, and it's after when you talk. So Alfredo, you need to mute the Facebook page, and then you'll be in this one.
Maybe he can't see us, or maybe can't hear. Maybe he doesn't have a speaker. That's why he's using Facebook.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yes, I will.
You're right.
definitely.
You're right, Judy. I'm watching on screen and hearing on another. That's why I'm
thought
moving.
that's what you were
Okay,
doing.
so I have to unmute myself. I used to have the Zoom session. Now is a StreamYard, whatever. I'm not accustomed to StreamYard.
That's okay. You get.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Alfredo, the tagging, the webhooks will come. It depends. The only thing with webhooks, there's so many different platforms out there. And that is the challenge, because I cannot give training on the platforms like Zapier and Publi and Hotmart and Monday.com and all of those, because that is where you need to go and add the webhook from Build It All. I've got a client which I'm doing that with all the time out of the e-learning into Monday.com for email sequences and all that kind of stuff. But there's so many platforms that you need to know before you can make use of webhooks. To create a webhook is easy. It's to go add it on the other platform. That's the challenge. That's the biggest challenge. Somebody says they're also watching from Facebook. Inside of this comments, just scroll down in the comments. You're going to get the link there if you want to join us.
Do you know, do they have any plans on having to integrate the OpenAI API into the Builderall?
I know a lot of people are asking for that, but I don't think it is currently in their frame of mind at this stage, because there's other things that they're trying to finalize, like the magazine builder and all the other tools that hasn't had their revamp yet. And I don't think they want to invest money in other systems until everything inside of Build It All is just top notch. But it is a good suggestion, and a lot of people are asking for it. So I would suggest that you make a suggestion inside of the suggestion area in the hub, for sure.
Just a note as well that the Zoom integration in the booking builder is fixed too.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
I had to connect a client to the.
Because I spent all this year on AI, learning Python programming, doing the stuff, small apps for coaching, for trainers, integrating the OpenAI stuff. And I have some applications for coaching. And I was wondering how to integrate, for instance, OpenAI, the chat, the bot, into our bot.
No, I know what you say.
Instagram and Facebook.
You know, Alfredo, at the end of the day, your best person to speak to would be Wasili, because Wasili is the one that works with many chats and all those kind of things. I am convinced that if there is a way, he's the one that would know, because he works with that all the time. So I would just tag him inside of the Facebook group and ask him for his advice of whether it's possible or not. And I'm convinced he will help you out by giving you an answer. And Ashad, I think with Alfredo, there's a delay in Facebook, so he doesn't.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Is there any other questions?
I stopped the other screen. Okay. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Cool. Judy.
And I mute myself.
Okay, so I have two questions, and you'll probably sort them out really fast. One is how to create a subdomain, and once you've created it, do you have a list of subdomains that show up anywhere? Because if you go to your domains, you see the domains you've got, but is there anywhere where the subdomains show up?
Let's go take a look, and we'll play around. I love playing around live. That's my favorite thing to do. So let's do this thing. Let's see if we can play around. I've never actually looked for it. I know it's going to show up in the builder for sure, but let's go see if it will show up under the domains area. Because if it doesn't, I know one place where it does, and it's on your dashboard. So if you go back to your dashboard, it's going to show your connected domains and connected subdomains right here. So it tells you how many you've got, but it doesn't necessarily tell you, let me just play that box, doesn't necessarily tell you all of the information. So let's see if it's going to show up in the website builder area right here. So let's go take a test. I'm just going to use that for a subdomain, and I'm just going to connect this one. Go connect domain. And let's do this as test dot. And we're going to connect. All right. And let's just go back to the builder. So we can make sure to see that our test is
You don't change the DNS settings or anything.
No,
So
nothing. So there is our one that's been connected. So let's go back to the dashboard. I'm just going to refresh and see if it's picked up right here. There you can see we've got 2 subdomains connected. And if you scroll back, and yes, it did pick it up. There it is. No. There it is. Builder all test domain. So it doesn't tell you then all of them in detail. It just tells you, is it no, that's builder all test domain.
No, it's not there.
No, it's not there. Let me just refresh again. It tells you how many subdomains you have, but it doesn't give you the pages. Okay, so here it only gives you the main. Let's see if we can find it.
Jackie, there's a view wall there at the bottom. What's that link?
Pardon?
Go back to that where you have there's a view wall there at the bottom. Is that a link?
Oh, down the bottom there. What is that?
I didn't even see that link. Let me see. I think it's going to take you back to the builder.
Okay.
Yeah, it is taking you back to the builder.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see if this is, if we can see if it's under the business center. If there is, the domain is registered there. It doesn't. So the only place where you are really going to see is probably the builder itself. Only in the builder itself, look like.
So you have to keep them somewhere so you remember what they are.
Maybe it will. Maybe it needs some time to be added because it's a subdomain and we are maybe a little bit too rush. It does say connected subdomains as 2. It is actually a very good idea to get him to list that. And I'm going to make a mental note of that one because I think it should show there.
Yeah, okay. All right. And the other one was in the blog, you still can't, like I've got about 7 or 8 blogs created, and this was a problem before. The fonts, they don't show up the top what fonts they are. So if you've got, say, 3 or 4 paragraphs and some of the fonts are different in the paragraphs, so you click on the paragraph that you want, in the fonts, it doesn't show you what that font is. So you can choose it for the other one.
No, it doesn't. But they are busy redoing the complete blog. So it is going to have a total overall. So I don't think that they will change it at this stage because they are doing the new one.
Okay, so there's nowhere that you can go
see
to.
What the fonts are.
No, go to when you start. You know, when you're building your website builder, you can put in your fonts at the top that go to all the pages. The global. There's nothing like that in the blog.
No, the only thing you can do in the blog is to create a template and then use that template over and over by typing over it. And I'll show you because I've actually done the same thing on my blog. I just need to log out of this account because this account do not have a blog in it associated with it. So I'll show you what I did. I make use of that. Jackie, where am I? All right, so let's just go to the website builder here quickly. and look for my website. Just want to go to, I think it's on the 3rd page. Let's go to the blog. And let's go look at this one. So if you go right here, you can see post templates. So there is my template that I always use. So you can create a template. And there is my template with all this, the details. I just typed a normal one up for exactly what it looks like. So when you are going to create a new post, okay, if you're going to create a new post, new post, okay, and I'm just going to edit it. Right here, you can select the template. And it's applying it. So only thing that you need to do is just type over your existing whatever.
Okay. Yep, that'll work.
Because that's the way I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just delete that one.
Okay.
Right.
One thing
That you might have.
One thing that I've discovered when I'm placing text into the blog, like I typed it somewhere else, like on Word or something, and you put it in, that you have to be careful that it's going to pick up the word
Format.
Yeah.
But I think,
it's best if you're going to do that. If you're going to copy it, take all the formatting out, take all the word formatting out, and you just text.
You just take the format and then copy and paste it in with no formatting, and it will fall into what's there.
Then you can choose the fonts.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, my question, Judy, are you using different fonts in the same blog?
Well, no, but they're there. So obviously, I don't know what's happened.
No, I just want to make sure that's not what you were looking for.
No, I could have copied and pasted something in there that had I don't think so, because I wrote them all myself.
Right.
Typed them all up myself. They're not copied from anywhere else. So I don't know. But I'll go back and
cool.
And do that. I'll do the template. Okay. Thanks, Jackie.
Okay, I'm Clary. Sorry, Judy, you're not done yet.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Clary.
Okay, good morning. I noticed that using the, what is it called? The magic text, is it? When you're working with it, it doesn't matter what the design of the page is. I kind of highlight what it is that I'm going to be using for the magic text and then enter the information. It changes the whole formatting, the letter, you would think that it will replace exactly what it was there, but it's not.
Yeah.
If
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know if that's something that it was malfunctioning or something that to be looked at.
No, you can. I think you should raise a support ticket so that they are aware of it, but they do know about it. I remember when we had our AI workshop, the same happened to us. The only difference is that on the AI workshop, we gave a way of copying and pasting it by using control. I can't remember now exactly what it was, but you can do that, but you need to use control
copy instead of using the feature that they have there, replace or use this one or whatever, and then
don't do that way.
That's Control C and Control.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. There we go.
Now,
Control Shift C.
Yeah.
There we are. That's it. Control Shift C. That's it. It depends either probably if you're on a Mac or if you're on a Windows
PC. Yeah. And also, could you remind us how to do a mailing box, to create a template for like a newsletter, whatever it is, to create a template? And can we use templates from outside of Builderall? I remember way back that you used us, you took us to a place that we could get templates for emails and different things, and we can integrate that with mailing box. Can we do that with the new mailing box?
In the past, we definitely, and I remember I used to use Beehive be something, whatever. And I did raise it with them that you cannot import templates anymore. And I raised it with them like about 2 months ago. So let me just quickly see if you can still, I might as well just share my screen. Just see if we can still do that. Just go and click on templates.
If not, how to create just a template. So, like if I do like a newsletter and I design it once, I would love to have it as a template. How do I do that? I forgot how the process was.
Yeah, I can show you how to create a template, but we used to have the option here to import a template, which we don't have it anymore. So I requested that. So you have to build it by scratch by click on create template. There is quite a lot of different ones that you can choose. I don't know if you have seen it before, Clary. There is a hell of a lot.
Yes.
That you can choose.
What I was thinking is, if I go to my to create the email, to create it from scratch on one of the lists. Say, for example, I do it from scratch. I like that design, and I would like to have that as a template. Can I do it from there, or do I have to start from create a template and then
No, you have to create the template, and then you're going to have to go if you go back to the email that you've already created and you say load template, it's going to override it. It's going to override the text. But what I would suggest you do is, if you do go to that email, let's say this is not a template now, it's just your email that you want to apply a template to, just control and copy everything on this, then load the template you want, and then paste the text back where you want it. That's what I would do. But if you normally load a template that you've already saved or created inside here, it's going to override it. But you can't save it from here into a template.
Okay.
All right. You can import the HTML of a URL. I haven't, to be quite honest, I haven't played with it. I am sure with Beehive, I think that's what they call it. Let me just quickly tell you, what is it called? I've got it here somewhere on my list. Be something. Oh my goodness, I don't know where it's now. But you can, I'm sure that they've got a URL that you can import from there. Because, I mean, obviously it tells you, please note URL, absolute path for resources, and you just type it in there. If I can just remember now what it was, I can't remember. Let's see quickly, BIO or something like that. Create email, be free. There we go. Be free. So let me just log in with my account here quickly. And I love this place because the templates is just so cool.
Yes, I love that. They have really good stuff.
Okay, so let's just go for categories, or actually templates that we are looking for. Let me just go back and get to emails. Library. I'm just going to grab any one that I can find, but I just want to see if there is a URL. I think there is one that I'd done a while ago. So view details. Let's see if they give you, there's an HTML. So let's copy that HTML and see what happens. Import. I don't know if that is going to work. Oh, there you go. It's working. All right. So there is your template. So you can still use Beehive or whatever you call them to import your template.
Befree.io.
Yeah. Now you have to remember there is certain things that you have to understand when it comes to these things, is that you need to change your wording and everything, like the text on that platform. You can't change it here. The only things you can change is things that you add in between and buttons and things like that, because everything happens on the other side. It is you're literally just importing it.
Yeah, okay. Right. In that case, yeah, you have to design it there on Befree.
Correct.
I thought that was befree.ia.
IO.
I think it's IO. Yes. Let's see, Befree. Be
Be.io.
Befree.io.
Okay, thank you.
I have a quick question too, Jackie.
All right, go for it.
Before we run out of time, it's already midnight here where I am.
Okay,
Dedication, hey.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's like Astrid Getter. Just like my old supervisor told me when I was upset with my job, you chose to be here.
I do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, go for it,
Okay.
Astrid. Throw me that question.
I want a question is in the funnel, the building the funnel. So I'm just going to share my screen because I need to show you.
All right.
Uh,
While you are sharing, there's a question asking someone, how do I create a form in the web builder where I can allow users to have the option to upload a photo for their profile? We do not have that functionality as yet. You can make use of a contact form, but you cannot add an image. If you want to do that, the solution would be Google Forms. You're going to have to create a Google Drive on your Google Drive, an Excel spreadsheet or of some sort, and then create your Google form that allows you to upload a picture. Now, you can embed a Google form inside of the iframe of Builder or Web Builder or your website, but then you cannot upload a picture. The only way that you can, when you are not going to embed it and you just have a button, you can click a button to go to the Google form, then you will have the option to upload the picture, and it's going to go sit in the document that you've created, and then you would be able to make use of it, everything together in another on your Google Drive. So that is the workaround for it, but we do not have that functionality in Builderall. I hope that answered your question, whoever that was. Okay.
okay, I've found this now. So can you see this funnel builder thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, this is going to be based on, I selected the existing website one. So any leads that come into Facebook or Instagram. So I've clicked on to have her, it's coming from her existing website. And that's the form. And then it goes to the thank you. This is just a little example. Once I've got this set up, because it's an existing website, do I generate site yet the site already exists? Because we want to get stats to make sure what's coming through.
Okay, so this is an existing website that you have.
Yes.
And you, okay, so you just wanted to update the site. So you need to click save, and then you'll see that there's that link kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it says link the website that you want to link.
That one.
And click save. All right. And then next to it is a refresher button. You're going to click there, and you're going to say which is the missing pages. On the one side, which is
pages. I don't want to click on any of them.
Okay, well, that's where you need to choose what do you want updated, and then that's basically all you need to do.
Well, we don't want to add anything because I've added everything I need to. We want to get stats so we can work out how many people have come in from Facebook to hit that page.
Okay, but if you want, but that is that 5-day challenge opt-in page. Is it already linked? You need to go choose that.
It's
to link with a funnel builder.
I've done that here. I've chosen the page.
All right. That is the template that you've chosen. You get what I'm saying?
No.
So that 5-day challenge opt-in page is already existing on the other, on the website, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you say it's already existing, just go to that refresh page that go to the 5-day challenge, see if you find it there. Click on it. Just close that one there. Okay, go to the refresh button at the top of the page. All right. Just click that drop down by missing pages on funnel. I just want to see what it says. Is that page listed there?
It would be, because that's where I got it from. She has a big website. Just saying.
So Astrid, if I were you now, why don't you import that page? Try and find that specific page. The 5-day challenge opt-in page.
Can't search, can you?
And I thought I had a client with a lot of pages. My goodness. I bet you can buy a car with what this guy pays you.
Yeah, I've helped her with all of it too.
Because that would be the best way to go, is to, if you find it there. That's
what I did here. I clicked that and I linked that page already. If I choose another page, your site.
Because you are choosing a template. You are not choosing the information that is on that page. That is why you need to link it at the top. You are choosing a template.
Okay, so that's not the actual page.
No. You just chose the template. The way that page looks is here, but you haven't linked it to this page.
Okay, so if I sync, is it this? It's this. No, that's the thank you.
Yeah, that's a page that you created inside the funnel, so that is not reflecting.
Find the page in here. Oh my God.
So that is the option that you're gonna have to do. Go find it.
And once I find that page,
you click on that arrow, blue arrow. Yeah, click on the blue arrow. Yep. Choose a type.
It'd be a squeeze page, wouldn't it? Or a lead magnet page.
Okay, that's fine. And save changes. So there is your page now linked. That one that you've got on there is a template, but the one that you've got now is the one that's linked. So if I were you, I will take that one, the one that you've created there, the 5-day challenge opt-in page and form and thank you. I take that away because that is the real one now.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Is there any other questions?
And then how do they get the stats on that then?
I can't show you because I don't have any stats on any of these funnels at all in the funnel builder. But once people are going through the information, they should see the stats. Let me see if I could find one here quickly. Hold on. What is this account? This is my old one. I'm just going to go to the training account. Hold on a second. You know what I've been struggling to do is to get out of to log out of accounts. I click and it doesn't drop down the profile. I don't know if anybody else has experienced it. I have to go literally clean the cache and cookies so that I can access that account. Sorry, I'm just reloading it. So I can log into the training account. I'm sure there should be something there. Funnel builder. Oh, why is my stuff so slow? Why is it so slow?
Just breathe.
Hi, Mike. You made me laugh so much.
All right.
I just do that kind of stuff to make me laugh. Some days I'm so frustrated.
All right, so here is the funnel that I built with the funnel hack that we did the other day. So right here at the top, there's data. There is show data access, for an example. So this will give all the information about the last 90 days, what happened. Next to them is data on the area. So just click on that. It's going to load on the bottom here. If there is some info, I don't think there's anything. And then next to it is other data. So here you can see the investments that you've made, your ad flow, source, target, conversion value. So all of that you need to add to get all the information that you want to make use of. So there you can just play around and add your steps. This is where you will find your analytics. It's right here at the top in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
I will learn it eventually.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't even touched playing that because you need to know exactly your Facebook advertising costs, your Google Ads costs, and all of that needs to go into that area to be able to make use of that analytics. And I am not big on paid traffic. I am an organic freak. So I rather have organic traffic with my magazines because I know they work, and than avoiding that method. I'd rather pay a person in a Facebook group with 50,000 people a fee to have my ad at the top of their page than paying that money towards Facebook or whatever, because they've already got it and then they boost it or whatever the case might be. That's just my way of advertising. Judy.
Okay, one more. In one of my blogs, shush, Mike. In one of my blogs, I've got how you find out what sort of a trader you are. And there's a little exercise where you answer questions. And so when you've finished answering the questions, that gives you the results at the end. And it says you are this sort of trader. And I did the questions down in a Google Doc, but I couldn't get it into the blog post. So how would I create that? Should I not be using the form?
Why are you using Google for that? Why are you not using our quiz builder?
Oh, I don't know.
Because, yeah, because then you just need to add a button to the quiz. And then you would be able to actually follow through as to what happens to those people. You would be able to send them automated messages depending on the type of trader they are. So if you trader A and you fell onto the page for trader A where you give them information, they will receive a tag and you can send just that people that email. Or trader B will get this email, or trader C will get that email. So it's a lot better to rather do that way than making use of Google.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right. Something extra to learn.
Thanks, Jackie.
Hopefully a real quick question. I don't want to keep much. When you were looking at those on the funnel builder, is there any way to preview those pages?
Yeah, in the funnel build, the preview what it's going to look like.
Yeah, the actual page you're picking.
But you are choosing a template from the start.
So
you mean you want to see what the template looks like?
You have to look at the template before and know what you're getting, right?
Probably. Let me see. I'm just opening up this one so that we can see if we can see a preview.
I can remember being able to do that other than knowing what it was beforehand.
No, there's no preview.
I didn't think so.
No, you're going to have to know which one you are choosing.
That would be handy if you had a preview, though.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
If you created the whole thing and then did a preview to see if that's what you wanted, and if it's not right, you could go back and do it again. That would be handy.
Well, I guess I thought this question when Esther just went and put this into place with an existing website. Is that picking that template from the funnel builder? is that different from the rest of her website that she has to redesign that page?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. But I prefer to make use of blank template and not apply a thing, because for me the funnel builder is more about linking all of that and creating all the email sequences and everything, and then go back and just do the design work because it's less complicated. But even so, by creating the email campaigns, you can't do advanced stuff when it comes to the email campaigning by creating workflows and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a good start for building lots and lots of pages that you might need, especially if people do not know the format. Because if you choose a blank template and you're applying a landing page and an upsell and a whatever, it still gives you at least the design of the page. So when you go in and start your design work, at least the idea is there to build around, you know. I mean, a lot of people need to know a little bit more about that.
But you can also pick templates that already been built in Builderall and change it. I just learned that. It's like, you know, in one of the workshops on the Spanish group. And it was like, whoa, I didn't know that you can, you know, pick the template that is already built and, you know, right there, but you have to do everything from the funnel builder side. So it will show up when you create the website.
Absolutely.
So Jackie, what you're saying is when I've finished and got the pages right, I just click save, and anything that comes in from Facebook, it should go through that? Or how do I get it to connect to be?
Because obviously inside, obviously you are going to have to go to the data and connect the data, because I haven't done the connect data part. So let me just see if I place data on area. Just a second. Hold on a second. I just want to open it up again and see if I could find it.
Because I'm obviously missing something because I'm not getting what I need.
Yeah.
New to the
So the way the data works is you're going to have to go and say, how much are you going to invest in the ads? All right. So let's say you're going to invest $50. The cost per click, let's say $3.25, whatever the case might be. So that is how you would add your investment for the different kinds of things that you're adding there. And then select the source coming from the landing page.
How do you get that up to allocate it?
Pardon?
How do you allocate that there? How do you get that up?
It's when you add this in, there is a flow. You add flow. And then it says the person lands on that page. This is the target page. And that's what the conversion amount is. And that's the conversion value. So that's how you would sort this out. Now, how you are going to do it from 3 different areas, I have no idea. Because honestly, I think this only works with 1. Because you can see we've got flow 1. Let's see if there's another flow. There is a flow 2. But you're not going to know what this flow is because there's not an option to say this is Facebook, this is Google, this is whatever. I think a good way of doing this is maybe to have 2 landing pages. One that is going to Google, one that's going to that same landing page, but different URLs. That's basically how I would do that. Is to have different pages, one for Facebook, one for Google, one for whatever, to determine the traffic and to see what the conversion values is. I think personally, this is more going to give you an idea of your profits and your cost per sale and all those kind of stuff. But that you can do on Google and that you can do on Facebook as well. And I mean, Facebook is going to tell you, you've invested so much money and this is your conversion rate. But sometimes they don't give you the true conversion because they don't know what really happens in your site, where it goes to. But
yeah,
it's something you're going to have to play around with.
Yeah, it's like like my clients, she's like a coach, but she's getting coached by a coach, and her coach is basically saying,
You need
go to your funnel and see the stats in your website. And it's like, well, I don't know where to go.
Yeah,
to
but
find
what
out
stats are they looking for? That's the thing.
the
Are you
stats of
looking to
how many
see how many?
people have hit and how many people have purchased?
But you can do that by just looking at your lists. I mean, if you've got a purchase list and you've got an opt-in, you can see I've got 500 people that opted in, and out of that 500, only 200 clicked on it or purchased. Or you can go take a look at your open rates. Okay, I've sent this email. It's been opened 300 times, and out of the 300, only 150 has purchased. So you can get that stats also by making use of Mailing Boss. Funnel Builder only gives you stats on your return of investment. That's the stats that you're going to get there. The financials of it. Cool.
Okay, so it doesn't give you the stats on who's visiting and stuff like that.
For that, you're going to have to use CRM to see who's visiting what, which page.
And always remember that the companies that out there who have designed CRM and that's all they do, they're going to have all the bells and whistles you need.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
This Builderall's not ever going to do that.
No. We are going to get a CRM, but I doubt it. It's like we competing with like our Worky, competing with Trello or competing with Monday.com or with ClickUp or those guys. That's all they do. That's why they are very good at that. I personally think our best thing that Builderall has is our builder. And I don't care who says what out there. I think it's the best builder in the market because of the freedom to design and all those different things. And you can really do whatever you like. I think that is what we are unique for. But when it comes to those type of stuff, like we will have a CRM, we will see our shots, we will see those kind of stuff, but not that very advanced stuff. Bye, Judy. Good night, sleep. So I think that is still a while for us to go to get to that level, though. But I mean, on the end of the day, if they are clever enough, they will connect the Google Analytics to it, and they will create Google Tag Manager and add events, and then they will know exactly what happened to their clients and where the client has gone. It's just not going to give a name, because the name you will have to find inside of Builderall CRM to find what the client has to do and set up your workflows. But I don't want clients like that. I just get a headache of thinking about it. It's just too many things that needs to be connected, and I like to keep it simple, How do they say? Keep it simple, stupid. And I'm not saying you stupid, but that's what they say. Keep it simple. That is my motto. If somebody starts coming and tell me, I want to see the analytics, then I say, go get yourself a person that is certified, and you're going to pay them thousands of dollars to do your Google Analytics for you with your events, because I'm not your girl.
And you got to realize too that for most people who are going to start in Builderall are at a level in their business that as they scale, if they're smart enough and they can scale their business, then they can afford people like that.
Exactly.
And that's, we got to remember where we're at. And this goes back to the very beginning. Yeah. The whole premise of Builderall for Eric was he wanted to have a business in every home.
Yeah.
And for the people.
And that is what it is.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it is.
And they may try to change in all different ways, but they're going to find it tough. Or else it will change from its original purpose, which happens too. I mean, that's life. Things change. But
exactly.
Yeah. A lot of clients want a lot to be done, but they want to pay for it.
Yeah, and you see, that's what I'm saying. You need to draw the line. How valuable? Think about your time. How valuable is your time to you? And if they cannot pay for it, then I'd rather lose that client and focus on those that are actually prepared to pay you for the time that you are putting in. And it applies to everything, you know, whether you are working for a corporate company or wherever. If you know that in that period of time you can make XYZ, instead of hanging around a client that is not prepared to cough up. I have many times when people will send me messages and they want to consult, and they say they need my help with something in digital marketing. And when I tell them what's my fee, they're like, but why do I have to pay you? You know how to do this in 5 seconds. I said, yes, but it took me like in 6 years to get to the level where I am. You can't expect me to just give it to you for free. So then if you don't want to pay, go do it yourself. And I'm not feeling guilty about that anymore. You have to pay yourself. That is what it is. You have to pay for your time. And unfortunately, people these days, they don't want to cough up. They want to receive all the time, but they're not prepared to pay. So I'd rather lose that client.
And your
Sad, but true.
And your kiss a while ago, we always used to say kids myth.
What does that stand for?
Keep it simple, make it fun.
Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah. And that is my goal. You know, my goal is to have clients that are not overcomplicated. That's the type of people I'm trying to pull. If you want a very advanced site, super advanced site with amazing e-commerce systems and stuff, then I'm going to refer you to a friend. And then I get commission from that friend, because that is just how it works. I am not prepared to do that. That friend of mine has got an agency with 5,000 people working for them, and they get paid big bucks to be able to create that amazing website for you. But if you want a simple website that can do what it needs to do, collect leads and give information or bookings or that kind of stuff that our builder can do, then I'm your girl. But otherwise, I don't think so.
Life is too short to complicate our lives like that so much. That's what I kind of need to just work with people that offer services, no product.
Yeah, exactly. That is the nicest one to do, actually, is the services one. Yeah. And I mean, to tell you what I do is I have created a lot of templates. Yeah, so I would say in my free time, which I don't have much left anymore, I would create a template, very general, and it's lorem ipsum all over the thing. And let's say I want to create a template for, let's say, what could be a salon or whatever, hair salon. I would go to envato.com or one of those template sites, go look for something that I can see has got a lot of people that has purchased it or looked at it. Then I would literally go and copy that and redesign exactly the same thing inside of my builder. And then I will just leave it there. And then I will start looking for salons that do not have websites. And I would add all the details into that template, and I will make it live, and I will send it to them. And I'll say to them, here's a template. That's what it's going to cost you every month. Your details is there. We'll replace here and there some of your content. And I offer it to the very, very low price to make it really affordable for them. Because why not? I mean, that is how it's these little small amounts. And that's what I say to a lot of people. It's these small amounts that adds up. Because that exact same template I'm going to use for the next salon with their details, and I just shift it slightly here and there. I move things around. And by the end of the day, you sit with 300-400 sites, small amounts, but they're going to stay with you forever because you are not that expensive like the people out there. And steadily, you are building up your agency with a lot of clients that is not going to be on your back to update every 5 seconds something. Oh, I want Facebook analytics now. Oh, I want to know this. I want to know that. And then I just employ somebody that is going to do the reports once a month to tell them how many clicks was on the website. Of course, you know that. The website overview can tell you that. And I do connect Facebook, Google Analytics to their account through my analytics, as if I purchased the site, and print a report so that the people can see what happens. And that is literally what I do in my agency, make it so less complicated. I don't have nightmares to wake up tomorrow morning and I'm sitting with a mountain of something that I need to do. I'm not going to follow that thing. I'm so sorry. I just don't do that thing. It's just not my ball game. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you are sitting with people that is nice to work with because they just want sales. That's all they want. If you can just help them get the sales.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
local agency or local services, that's the way to go. And it's so easy to rank a local service under the top 10 of Google. It is the most freaking easiest thing on the planet. It's not like an international website that needs to be everywhere. It's so easy to do that. And in the past, I've done that where I would create the website. I will register that domain name of that client because they don't have a website. I will register it on my name as if I am them, create the whole website with details, and then I will send it to them and say, here is your website. Register domain in your domain and go take a look. It is under the top 10 of Google. Who cannot say, yeah, I want that because I'm in the top 10 of Google and my name is already registered? They're going to take it. There's no doubt about it. They are going to take
You
it.
add those websites to your web agency area, right?
Yeah, no, I just add it to my own domain. I don't connect it to a website agency. I just purchase extra domains as I go along. But I'm lucky because I still have my certified agency and you can have quite a lot of websites there and you can keep adding to it as well. But I prefer not to have a zillion logins because I'm in control of it in any ways. So I prefer to just add an additional one. That's it. Because then you get the extra space and all that extras in any ways.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you can use the web agency area. I have a couple of people there, but I eventually have them have opened their own accounts just in case anything happens that they still have access, you know. You never know.
I do speak to them up front to say, what is the chances that you ever want to do it yourself? Because if they say they want to do it themselves, I sign them up with the basic package, the starting point, because that's all they really need. The core package, which we have now, which is very awesome. And if they do want a chatbot, I do it on my account and I just embed it onto their website. Or if they want mailing boss, I create the list and I just embed the list on their account and then charge them an additional fee for that. So that is basically the idea of getting them an affordable website by starting by the smallest package. And then they can access their website and they can go create whatever extra pages or whatever the case might be. It's just that if they want Sitebot, then a chatbot, then and then they can just upgrade to it. That is my method of getting the people in at this stage.
Yeah, it's good.
But I don't even have time for that. I don't even have time to go to the loo at this stage. I'm so busy. I really want to get this knowledge-based data things updated, but time is of the essence. That's the thing. The time is of the essence. There's so much to do and so little time. So if it was for me, I would have got the database, the whole knowledge base over and done with, but there are specific ways that we are supposed to do it now. And you guys will see when you go to the knowledge base with the latest updates that I've made, you will see that it is quite intensive. There's a lot of things happening in each tutorial. And it really looks nice and it's going in the right direction. All right. No more questions from my precious panel.
Well, the only thing that I didn't get to finish in my private chat with you was that multiple payments with the VIPs. We think we're going to have to do the VIPs as a separate e-learning. So that's what you suggested.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know if anyone was following my chat, but basically having an e-learning and they want a VIP, an upsell VIP, but then they want to have a tack on VIP. So Jackie was suggesting that have the VIP as a separate e-learning that way, because these people have a pay in full, they have a pay in 12 months, they have a pay in 18 months payment plan. There's so many payment plans for this particular client that it gets a little bit complex. And the VIPs, if you have an e-learning lesson and you like a student access for VIPs, you can only attach one super checkout to it. So, and because we've got so many payment plans, I think it's just was a little bit complex to do it that way. So my client's trying to talk her client into doing that. So I can't see any other workaround with the amount of payment plans they've got.
Yeah. Oh, that is probably the only one.
Hey?
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's the only way to go at this stage. I think there's multiple ways of doing something. It's just to go and test each idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can, there is e-learning platforms out there that are really advanced, like Thinkific. I think Thinkific is one of them. And I don't know if you could embed that inside of Build It All. I think you can. Because if you can embed something into Build It All, people are not going to see, just like you get EasyWord. I mean, I love EasyWord. I'm gonna be honest with you. We know that our super checkout, or e-commerce part of super checkout, is not advanced. It can't do the things that Shopify does and all those kind of stuff. Now, EasyWord is an e-commerce platform, and they are just fantastic. They can do absolutely anything. And when you embed it into Build It All, it looks gorgeous. Mobile, desktop, it doesn't matter what.
Did you say EasyWord, W-O-R-D?
EasyWord, yeah, EasyWID.
Or W-I-D?
Yeah, EasyWord, I think. Let me see. EasyWord. I'm going to tell you now. EasyWord, e-commerce. Let me just get the right. EasyWID.
EC as in Charlie?
Yes. EC. Let me show you. Add to stage. EasyWord. It looks like I'm promoting it. I'm not promoting it. I'm not promoting the website builder. I'm talking about the e-commerce part. Okay. It fits perfectly inside of our website, our builder. And that's what I'm saying. The same with, I told my client the other day, they wanted to have some advanced stuff when it comes to e-learning. And it worked because we could zap information out of the e-learning as to how far a person has progressed in the e-learning into Monday.com. And then Monday.com will send a set of email sequences and then zap it back into MailingBoss. So that worked, but there was additional things that they wanted, which the thing couldn't do. And that's what I always say to people. Don't run away and say, oh, Build It All can't. We can. Go find that other one that works for you and just embed it into your website. Because there is certain things that is just great, that just works. And you don't necessarily have to purchase a domain there. You can create the whole thing. And if you embed it into Build It All, it's still part of your website, You just need to find a workaround. That's literally what it is.
When you say embed, you're talking about iframe, or you're talking about hook?
iframe.
No.
Yeah, iframe. Certain things works great with an iframe, and then certain things don't. I'm, for example, a big fan when it comes to AdSense. I make a lot of money with AdSense. And I really need to make a course about that now that I'm thinking about it. We always say, what am I good at? And I'm like, magazine builder? What else? AdSense. I'm good at AdSense. I should make a course. So you can make a lot of money when it comes to AdSense, especially Google search AdSense, but it sucks inside of mobile. Really, really sucks because the iframe leaves a space open at the bottom. So for desktop, fabulous. For mobile, you need to hide it because it just doesn't look too great. Unless that's the Google search item. But when you have a Google ad, like a physical ad, that looks great because it fills up the space, but not the search in. And it's the search one that makes the money. Unfortunately, it's the search one.
But then you promote those with the blog mainly, right?
It's in my blog. It's on my main page of my website, which a lot of people say you are driving traffic away from your website. Man, I don't care. I want that click. Because if a person comes to my website and they don't find what they are looking for and they see the Google search there, they're going to type in their search and at least I'm going to get that click. So that for me, I don't put an ad on there, just the search button. So if you're on my website at the top, you're going to see Google search. And I also put the Google search in my blog as well. And what's nice, and I'm talking on a correction, because a while ago, I think I saw on the Google AdSense that you can have a Google search for your website. So if you put the button there, it will search your website for something specific and it doesn't go out of your site. But I haven't played around with that one yet. It's still on my radar. But that's what it is.
It's on your list, which is getting longer and longer and longer and longer and longer.
Well, I have made it so small, guys. I've deleted everything on my YouTube channel. It's blank. All my videos in the past, I've deleted them. 400 and something videos. It's gone.
I love your video.
After all that work.
My YouTube channel is as blank as my head at the moment. That is what it looked like at the moment. There's nothing. Because my mind is changing and I'm refocusing myself. I always say to my husband, and I teach it to all my followers, is that you need to focus on one thing at a time. And I haven't been doing it myself. I need to practice what I preach. And that's why I've decided I don't need my YouTube channel anymore. There's a lot of videos, a lot of people making videos about Build It All. I don't need to do that. One of these days, our knowledge base will have all the videos that you need. So why do I need to waste my time to update those videos? So I need to choose something that I'm good at, which is I'm going to redefine the digital marketing, not digital marketing, the digital magazine world. I've got this unbelievable idea and I'm partnering with somebody at the moment to see if we can get this thing up and running. And then AdSense. I totally forgot about the AdSense. That is sure enough way to make money in a very legit way without breaking the bank. So those are the two things that I want to focus on at this stage. But yes, for refocus, don't have your fingers on all the pies. Have it in a few pies, but not all the pies. YouTube, it wasn't my strong point.
Actually, question. Oh, sorry, Peter. You go.
No, it's a good question. No, it's about you are at Fiverr, no, Jackie?
Yes, I am.
How's it going? Have you got any business from there, or?
Very much, a lot. Yeah. The only thing about that is if you are a Fiverr certified partner, Fiverr takes some of the money. So I'm telling you guys, if you ever get to that level, or whether you've applied for it and you get onto the board, they take 20% of their income. So just always work that into your price because it is a lot. That was my first mistake I made with my very first order. I thought, oh, this is a good order. This is nice money. And when the payout came, gone was that 20%. So just keep that in consideration. There is a thing that you have to understand with regards to that. But yes, there is a lot of business coming through. And what's nice with Build It All is that they promote it. And you guys know they give $100 towards the certified partners. And I've had a few people making use of that. So it really helps them a lot to get started. I mean, $100 towards the global amount is awesome. There's a lot of people, even if it's just a landing page and they need to pay in like a $50 or whatever, it really makes it doable for them.
And you capture a lot of people that sign up for Build It All too, no?
No.
No? Oh,
not at all.
Have the account.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know what you would think, because everybody sees me, that people will sign up under me. They don't. And I'm honest with you guys, I don't allow it. So if people do come to me, and I'm a very honest person, that is just what I believe. I've got high standards, ethical standards. I do not sign people up that contact me privately and says they want to sign up. I don't. I said to them, sorry, it's against my wishes or against my will or whatever you want to call it, my belief system. I sign up people that I bring to Build It All. That's what I do. You can even go to my website. You're not going to find a link there. You can't just sign up. It doesn't work like that. But the certified partners, we definitely get people from there. And my links, guys, is, you know what, I do not promote Build It All like most people do. A lot of people promote Build It All by sharing links and building bridging pages and that kind of stuff. I do it through the agency. Like I said earlier, I've checked out what this person's need is. If the person wants to, if I can see there's a chance that the person's going to want to build their own one day, then I will sign them up with a small package, and then they can upgrade over time. And that is the way I do it. I sell a solution. I don't sell to say make money at all. I don't do that at all. In the beginning I might have, but I've changed a little bit. I don't tell them. That's just extra.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says, I'm trying to embed a YouTube short into iFrame, but it's difficult unless you use the developer tools in Google. I know. The YouTube short works different than a normal YouTube. I don't know why, but it does. I have tried that too as well.
Yeah, I think there's certain settings in YouTube you have to set to not be short. I've had that issue before. Actually, with the comparison, like I've actually had someone say to me, don't use YouTube to load into a thing, to load your videos into like Google Drive or something and embed the Google Drive URL into the e-learning just to save using YouTube.
Your data. You mean to save your data on your account? Bye, Clary.
Oh, it's not so much that, no, because of the way YouTube is with all the ads and all the other crap.
Oh, yeah. You see, I don't have ads because I've got premium account. So I don't know how many people do not have premium. If you don't have YouTube premium, shame on you.
I don't yet because I haven't got there, but.
Oh man, goodness. That is just, it's a life changer where you don't need to see all of those ads. But, yes, I get what you say by making sure that those people don't see the ads, because not everybody has got YouTube Premium, especially even if you're unlisted, they're still going to see the ads. And it depends. I mean, if it's content that you are giving away free, I don't care if they're going to watch an ad. You got the content for free.
Oh, I know. See, what I'm doing is paid stuff.
Then I won't, because even paid stuff can be shared. Because once that video is embedded into the site or the e-learning, they can click on share a view on YouTube, and it goes to YouTube, and then they can share. So my paid stuff I won't put there. I would rather buy extra space on Build It All, or I will open up a Vimeo account or get my own server.
Oh, so people can share the videos even if you embed them.
Yes. The only time they can't do that is if you have every single person's Gmail account that signs up and you manually add it to that video. And then you can say exactly, all these people can view the video, the others cannot. Then it becomes paid content on YouTube. YouTube have a functionality that you can create a subscription-based, but I think you need to be approved for that subscription-based. You need to have a certain amount of followers and but the only other way is, like I said, individually add your email, the email address of each and every single person that has got access to that video. Then that cannot be shared.
No, that was. So if you embed like a Google link in e-learning, they can't. I'll have to test whether that they can still share that.
They cannot share it if you've got their email address attached to that video in YouTube. But if you have just got it under private or unlisted and you embed it, the moment that video comes up and they start playing it, there's another button that says view on YouTube. The moment they click that, they're out of your site, they've gone to YouTube, and they can share.
That's because YouTube doesn't want them going someplace else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking of not using YouTube for my training I was going to do, and just have the MP4s in Google Drive instead.
Yeah, you can do it that way also, obviously, with a link. That's safer, I would think, is to have it like that. But even that is not secure
Yeah, I know.
because, yeah, even that is not secure. So, you know, it's a catch-22 when it comes to these things. If you are not having it on a system like a Vimeo, where you have it's a paid service, or inside of Build It All, you're going to have to be picky and choosy as to, but you know how many people will do that? You also have to think about that. And it's on their conscience if they share. I have seen people stuff that is under very safe environments, and they will find a way to share it. They will find a way, even if it's to watch the video and record the screen while the video is playing. So if they really want to do it, they can.
Yeah, you can't stop them doing that.
So it's not worth it to worry about that constantly than to, unless you've got your own server or something. That's something I would consider to do. If I see my training videos is getting a lot, I would rather purchase a server where I can host my own videos on and all that kind of stuff. Get it in a secure area.
Option for that too is Amazon Web Service, AWS.
Yeah.
They're fairly cheap on their server. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
there's an expense, but not like Vimeo or some of those others.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Someone told me of another one as well to do your videos, and it was really cool. And I have to go back in my messages and find it.
All right.
Well,
All right,
it's nearly
so
1 o'clock. I'm going to go to
say
bed.
bye. I just want to say bye to everybody on Facebook. I can't believe it. It's been 2 hours almost. So it's good to have you here. And next time, if you've got questions, we really want you to join us in the session. The people in Australia is going to go to bed. Mike has got a brand new day ahead of him. Peter, I don't know how much time is there in it. What's the time there with you now?
With me?
Yeah. What's your time there?
Oh, it's 11:53.
Oh, okay, so it's still the daytime for you, and I'm getting ready for my evening meal.
Oh,
I'm very hungry.
I have one more question. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, because about the link in YouTube, I was working with Mailing Boss, creating a mailing, and I put the link, and actually it showed the YouTube video. On the maybe you already talked about that, but
Yeah, the YouTube video.
Yeah, it is shown.
Yeah, the YouTube video will show, but I don't think the short will. I just want to check because I actually also have a YouTube video added to one of my blog posts, but I don't know if it was a short or if it was a normal video. And I think if it was a short, just 2 seconds, let me just see quickly if it's this one, because if it is a short, I have manipulated the code.
Yeah, what happened is after I published, after I sent it, it didn't show up on the email that it came in. But when I was doing it, it worked. It was showing the video. Just using just the link.
Yeah, even the short, the YouTube short as well.
No, just a regular.
Yeah, the normal one works, but the YouTube short is the problem. For some reason, you struggle to embed a YouTube short. I don't know why. I just want to see, oh my goodness, you know what? I've deleted everything on my YouTube channel and I've got them linked into blog posts, and now it doesn't show in the blog post because it doesn't exist. Moi, Jackie. Can you believe it? So moi in my language means beautiful. Moi. Seriously?
Oy vey.
Stupidity. But anyways.
That's Yiddish.
All right.
Oy vey.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching on Facebook. If you've got questions, just drop it for me and hashtag live or hashtag replay and tag me if you want me to answer your questions. I will be live again on Monday with a Monday members meeting, and I normally have a tutorial that I do during that session as well. So don't miss that. And if you want to, you can always go watch the previous sessions. You're going to learn a lot because I always try to bring some new information to you guys so that you can get going with Build It All. And further than that, Make sure you go check out the knowledge base. It is changing slightly by the day, a little bit more, and you'll see that you are going to get some awesome new content right there as well. All right, so I'm going to love you and leave you from the panel and myself. Have a very good day, and hope you look forward to your weekend. Bye, guys.